Please tell me I'm not the only one who been thinking this while watching the show. Okay, you have She-Hulk. Of course, she could turn into the She-Hulk and she could turn back by will. But I always wondered this. Whenever she's the She-Hulk and she turns back to normal, why the freak is her clothes still the same? No, don't give me that bull crap either about her clothes are stretchy. Bro, that doesn't make sense. You guys are worried about the CGI and I'm worried about the clothes. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Beta J. Back like I left something and I'm glad you're here. Yes, I'm glad you're here. And this is the spoilers review of She-Hulk episode 2 on Disney Plus. And I'm gonna let you guys know if this episode was complete trash or is actually getting a tad bit better. But I do feel like this episode 2 right here should have been the episode 1 because all that origin stuff in a short amount of time, it just never works out. I think that was what Boba Fett on Disney Plus failed to do, but Boba Fett failed in a lot of things. So I'm going to talk about the good. Of course, I'm going to be talking about the bad, and we're going to be talking about the absolutely ugly, like the CGI, yeah. But before we get into that, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell. Because when you hit that notification bell, it makes your boy Beta J feel oh so good and oh so swell. Yeah. Also, this is very important. What I need you to do is watch this video from the beginning all the way to the end, because what that does is help me in the algorithm. It brings more people in to watch this video with people who have the same opinion as you and me, because I'm not an MCU shield. I'm not looking for Marvel to come out there and bless my channel with different trinkets and toys and all that type of stuff, because I lie to the viewers. I don't lie to you. I tell you exactly how it is. So I'm going to give you the truth. So please watch this video all the way from the beginning to the end. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, right by the like and dislike button, hit that super thanks. I will appreciate it greatly. And also join that membership, and also join their Patreon. I got a little tongue tied there. Join that Patreon. It's going to be all fine and dandy, because what I take from you goes right back into the channel so I can make a bigger fool of myself for you. Bars. Now let's get into the video. So the synopsis of this video right here, of this episode that we watching her go through pretty much being a lawyer. And I think this is what this show is trying to focus on. It's almost like a Daredevil, the female version of Daredevil. And I know Daredevil is going to be in this show too, but it focuses on her career. Now, in the beginning of the episode, her law firm fired her because it's too much publicity for them. They don't want to be all about that, so they got rid of her. That was the strangest thing that I noticed. One of the weirdest things. How did she get fired? Because the villain came through, crashed through the courthouse, and she turned into the Hulk and saved everybody. Now, it didn't even mention why the villain was there, but at least she stepped up and saved everybody, and she got fired from it. That's like stupid and dumb and stupid. Shout out to the writers, because I'm sorry, that was absolutely dumb and didn't make sense. I think the only reason why you put that in there is to give a shock value and for her to later on join the firm for the superheroes, but you could have pimped that out way better than that. Yeah, I know what y'all saying. Beta J, you critique too much for the MCU movies, but they want to make them lifelike, don't they? They want to make it realism. They want to make it as real as possible, so make the story as real as possible. They have done it before. They did it with Civil War. That was like really a real deal, real life superhero movie that could really happen and go down. So I never did agree with that. I didn't like that. I thought it was strange. I thought it was weird. But of course, she steps in, she goes through the depression thing, and she just keeps on drinking and all this drinking. And I'm thinking, in this show, she's doing all this drinking. This show is supposed to be promoted to kids. This is supposed to be a kid's show. So why is they promoting all this drinking? Especially she's drinking while she's depressed. It's just, to me, that's not a good look. And the theme of this show is more like towards adults, but Disney Plus is towards kids. So it's just strange to me how she always goes to the bar and they try to make it a joke while she's the Hulk. She can drink as much as she want and never be inebriated. But when she turns back and to Jennifer Walters, the norm of her, she's all drunk and messed up and acting stupid and lost her job. I don't know. It's just Disney always seems to put those adult hidden messages in their show, so I can't really trust the stuff that they do. It's I don't know, man. This show has a law and order feel to it. And I don't know if that's going to work well with kids. You know, kids want to see She-Hulk. They'll think that's pretty cool. But the synopsis of the show, the feel of the show, is more an adult show. So I think this show should have been kind of like a Netflix Marvel, where those shows was definitely not for kids. They was promoted towards adults. So they should have promoted this to the parents. So to me, that wasn't a good look. The feel of it is not a good look. But on the adult side, I will say the feel of this show is pretty cool. I always liked that feel of having a lawyer and at the same time being a superhero, because you're into those two worlds of we can relate having a 9 to 5 and then you can also enjoy the superhero feel of it too. And Netflix Marvel shows did an excellent job of that, like with Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. You can see the regular person and then you see the superhero in some aspects. It was pretty good how they played on us like that, and that's why a lot of people out there love Batman, because they can relate to him, because he's actually a normal man with cool gadgets. So I don't know, it's a lot of hit and miss with this show. But of course, the same law firm that fired her, the guy came back and hired her for the superhero division, and he told her, hey man, I'm just going to be honest with you, we don't want Jennifer Walters, we want the Hulk. And I thought that was, I want the She-Hulk, but I thought that was strange. Dude, you just fired her in the beginning of the show, and then at this point, you fired her for being She-Hulk, and then you hired her back because you wanted her to be She-Hulk. I'm sorry, writers, but that was absolutely dumb as freak. But we got to the climax, I guess, of the show, where you had the guy, what's the strong man name that fought the Hulk, the monster guy? Abomination. You had the actor who played Abomination. Now, I thought that was pretty cool. That was a nice Easter egg where you had the Abomination, I don't know his human form, but you had him in this low-key superhero prison. And he was just saying how he was remorseful for what he did. He was under the influence of the super soldier syndrome, serum. And that's the reason why he was going crazy. And they made a good argument, too. I have to admit this. They made a good argument to the reason why he was fighting the Hulk, because he was with the U.S. government. I thought that was pretty good. I thought they did that really well. I'm telling you, this show is very hit or miss. It's very hit or miss. And he was just explaining why he wanted to get out of jail, why he's remorseful, and all these things. And that just really was cool how they connected the old Incredible Hulk film with this MCU, because I always wondered if Mark Ruffalo character was based off that Incredible Hulk movie. So that was pretty good. I like that. I like that they connected that. And I guess it does make sense too, because Iron Man showed up at the end of the Incredible Hulk movie. But I was also wondering this at the same time. Okay, Jennifer Walters wants to get him out. She want to take the case of getting him out of prison. But I was thinking about Shang-Chi. How the freak was Abomination in Shang-Chi? And then now he's in prison. How did they capture him? But they did answer that. And they said while he was in Shang-Chi, he escaped out of prison. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see how they do that in episode 3. What did I think about this episode? This episode was okay. It was definitely better than the first episode. But the theme of this show, I think, is going to be very boring to children. I also think at the same time, I don't know what this show is going to do. It has 10 episodes, so maybe things can flesh out, but things better step up soon, because if it don't get the ball rolling, you know what Fatal J is going to do. He's going to call this absolutely trash and a waste of time. Kind of like Shang-Chi and the other Phase 4 movies that came out, man. They just didn't make sense. They didn't get the ball rolling. They wasn't impactful. And this show might be it. So I hope they step it up. The CGI is still kind of The CGI is still not looking right, so I'm going to keep you guys updated. You guys let me know in the comments below. What did you think about the episode? Did you think the episode was absolutely dope? Or do you think the episode was absolutely trash and they need to get rid of this show and they need to step it up? I thought it was dope too. Hulk is up to something. That same spaceship in episode 1. He was inside that spaceship, headed out to space. I think that's going to be connected with the Secret Wars. I could be wrong, but I think Hulk is up to something. You guys let me know what you think. Get back at your boy Fatal J. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell. Because when you hit that notification bell, it makes your boy Fatal J feel oh so good and oh so swell. And I'm out of here, Ninja Danny.